Hi guys,
Welcome.
welcome to a snowy live stream here from Logosol Portable Sawmills in Sweden. Today's live stream we are going to have a look at 5 tips, 5 settings that will
Make life easier.
make life easier and make you a pro with your bandsaw mill. But there is one special thing,
A crucial thing.
a crucial thing.
Yes.
Whenever we're talking about some sort of cutting equipment,
Yeah.
and that is what?
They need to be sharp.
Yeah. You always want to have a sharp bandsaw blade or a chain or whatever equipment you're having when you're
Milling.
So that's why we want to show you the trailer for our new YouTube series with our bandsaw blade sharpener that will definitely help you to get real sharp and like new bandsaw blades.
Yeah. Perfect.
Today we are going to have a look at the Logosol Grindlux bandsaw sharpener. Of course we have the most important part, the grinding disc. It's much more fun to use a bandsaw mill with a really sharp blade. With the Logosol Grindlux, you can get just that over and over again.
Hi, we're back, and setting number 1.
Number 1. Yes.
Also, what did you say? Crucial. It's a crucial
crucial
thing.
settings.
You need to have the correct blade tension. And on all Logosol bandsaw mills, you tension the saw blade with this T-handle here. And we have a linear spring that will give you the correct blade tension all the time. So to tighten the blade, just turn the T-handle clockwise until you have the orange part going right by or past the 2 gray arrows there. That way you know that you have the correct blade tension. So easy as that. The next setting we're going to talk about is to actually set the correct the height from the saw blade down to the cross bunks or the log bed, and actually calibrate your scale. So we can close this down again. And just to make it a little bit easier, we are going to push the mill over the one of the cross bunks. And the distance from the cross bunk isn't important, but what we want to know is the distance from the underside of the bandsaw blade and the cross bunk.
Yeah, so that's 129 millimeters.
129 millimeters. That's amazing.
That's fortunate.
So yeah, that's a very good measurement. So we know that the distance is 129 millimeters. Now we want to calibrate the scale to 129. This scale is magnetic, so we can slide it up and down. That's 130, and we now want to set it at 129. So like that. We've calibrated our scale to give us the same measurement here as the actual height from between the crossbank and the bandsaw blade.
That's tip 2.
That's tip number 2, and perhaps you need to do this every once in a while. If you moved your sawmill, changed the blade or any other setting. So let's pull the saw head back and we can look at tip number 3.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, exactly. Let's pull the log it back like that.
And I hope you have the tools.
I have the tools. The only thing you need is a 13mm wrench and a log support. This is the support where the log will rest when you're milling. We have these short ones, we have the taller ones, and as you can see on this mill, we also have the XL log supports, which are a bit sturdier and longer. They also come with a bigger log clamp as well. But this is the important part. The angle here, and on the Logosol mills we can adjust the angle by moving this excenter. As you can see here, when I slide this, the angle changes. And why do you want a square angle between the log supports and the crossbanks? If you're milling, for example, squared beams, you want all the angles to be squared. It doesn't matter as much when you're milling thinner boards, but of course, being able to adjust the log supports to a 90-degree angle is really, really good. So if I just slide this against the log supports, you can actually see by moving the excenter, right now we have a gap up here, but not down there, and we want it to be equal, so I'll turn the lever until I have no more gap in here. Then I know that the log support is squared against the crossbanks.
And it also helps to have the bolt kind of fastened.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not too loose.
So you can actually move it with some resistance. And now I just want to hold it while I tighten up the screw here. And when I'm done, I can just double check my setting. by moving the carpenter square against the log support, and I can see that I have no gap whatsoever on this surface here. So that's tip number 3
Yeah,
for a good milling result with squared angled
beams.
cants or beams. Now
It gets really interesting.
Now it's really interesting, because now we are going to use the saw head to actually measure the taper in the log, and
Exactly.
to use the saw head instead of measuring with something else. So we can take advantage of the built-in scale in the saw head. I'm just gonna lower this one like one notch like this. I mean, we have the saw blade set up, calibrated. We know that the distance on the scale here is the same as in reality here. So we can actually use this by going over to the root end of the log, where it rests on the log support or the cross bank, like there. We can use the last cut indicator to remember where that measurement was. And we can go back to the top end of the log, and we can see that the taper on this log wasn't that big. It was 2 inches or 50 millimeters. So that's the difference between the top and the root, and we need to divide that by half. So that's a 1 inch difference. So we need to go down 1 inch. So from the saw blade, we can see that we need to raise the log up to the saw blade. Oh, just det. If you can just push it in over there. Oh, like that. That way you can use the saw blade as reference, so you don't need to hold like a tape measure or something else around there. You can just use the blade as your reference point and raise the log to compensate for the taper.
Jag sänker
Okej.
den lite
Du
grann.
sätter den här? Ja. Du, ja, precis.
It's just between the.
Ja, vad sa du?
It's just between the two holes. Could I think I need to push it in if I can. There we go. Perfect.
So that was tip number 4.
Yeah. One left.
I think it's easy to use the saw head and to have the blade as a reference. So tip number 5 is use your adjustable blade guide.
So I can put it all the way into there.
We can have it as close to the log as possible if it's needed, if it's a smaller log or if we have a cant with a certain width. And we can widen it up if we have a bigger log or if you have a cant that is wider.
Yeah.
And it's good to be able to have, instead of having the blade guide rollers always in the max position, use it, have it as close to the log as possible to give you the best
Result.
result. Exactly. So right now, I
think
see
we
that
need to-
we need to
Take it out.
broaden it up a little bit more, I think. I think that's good.
Safety first. We need protection.
For appearance. So that was our first cut, and if we did everything correct, we'll get a cut that's level compared to the center of the log. So we will have the best possible exchange of material out of this log.
Yeah.
We have one more thing
Yeah.
to show.
Very
And
exciting.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have the campaign running right now. If you head over to logosol.com, you can find all the great deals that we have now, and the campaign is running until January 31st.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So you can find some great deals. Among others, we have the Sawmills with the free extension,
Yeah.
and the same with the chainsaw mills.
Yeah.
And a lot of good deals on different accessories and other machines as well. So here's the campaign film. Wow,
Yeah,
it's great weather for some milling, isn't it?
very nice.
Huh?
Warm, cozy. Yeah.
What did you guys think of the campaign film? Quite good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Huh? I liked it. And as we said already, you can find all the great deals on logosol.com. Go check that out after you've seen this. Other than that, we don't have anything more today. It's been great. The weather is amazing. And I hope you enjoyed watching these 5 tips how to become a Logosol Pro bandsaw miller.
Exactly.
Is that even a thing?
Now it is.
Now it is.
Yep.
It's a new English term.
And I was thinking maybe if the viewers have some tips of their own,
Yeah.
they could comment in
Yeah,
it
they
on
can,
the
they can share
video.
it with us and
Yeah.
with others. Perhaps we can have that on another live stream.
Yeah,
Tips from our viewers,
exactly.
unless it's not like super crazy tips or something.
Yeah, we have to preview the tips before we.
And use them first.
Yeah.
Anyway, take care. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.